time is it? 3:37 on a Sunday. It's January 19th at, what? Oh yeah, no, that's the right time. In Dallas, Texas. Just got out of a meeting. I don't know what the title of this video is gonna be. Some shit happened last night that I want to talk about. And also I just want to talk about some life stuff. This is not a vlog. Kind of wanted to just give y'all an update on what is going on in Jake McCollum's life. And I filmed a video last night that was 30 minutes long of me going absolutely freaking crazy. But I'm not gonna post that video just because it's, number one, it's way too long. I don't know how long this video will be. And number two, like, it was a fresh reaction to something that had just occurred in my life. And I needed time to process it. And so I slept last night. But yeah, no, pretty much ever since New Year's, I've been back here in Dallas, and I've worked every single day, 10 to 12 hour shifts, and I enjoy what I do, but at the same time, I'm doing it so much that I'm losing my mind, which is driving for a delivery company, and it just, I almost, I feel like I'm lacking a sense of belonging. Something that I'm struggling with, and money is kind of a big issue for me. I'm like trying to figure out other effective ways that I could be making money where I don't have to be spending as much time as I am right now working. If it were any other job, I would not be working 80 plus hours a week, you know? Like if I was stuck in an office, like I might work 30 hours, you know what I mean? But yeah, and then I'm getting kind of, I'm sick of the idea of me living in my car. I still enjoy it, and I think it's kind of cool that I'm doing this, you know? And I've got like my whole setup, you know, like my last video I put out was, you know, living homelessly in Dallas or whatever, you know, and I think it's cool, but I'm also at a point where I'm just like freaking tired of it and would love to get my own place and be financially just in a good place. Anyways, yeah, I'm just kind of venting right this second, so this is, I'm warning you now, who's ever watching right now, I'm warning you, I'm about to talk about private parts. So, okay, look, so the past 6 months, probably longer than that, I discovered this thing, and I'm sure a lot of y'all know about it. If not, just Google hashtag NoFap. Yeah, there's this thing called NoFap November, like NoFap, and like there's jokes about it, like I made it 1 day without fapping, like 3 days without fapping, like screw this. Like even Chann on his YouTube channel has like a NoFap challenge, and like within a month of not fapping, he's like able to levitate things, and it's just like a funny joke or whatever. But I did more research on it, and like even this channel called LAHWF, you know, Andrew Hales' channel, where he does a bunch of, it used to be pranks, but now it's interviews. Like even he had a guy on that the video's titled No Fapper for like a year straight. And I don't know why, but it interested me, and I decided to try it, and here I am now 6, 7, 8 months later. And I haven't stroked the bone in a long time. Why do I do it? Because number one, I feel like it's boosting my testosterone levels. I feel just like more energized. I also feel like it's a control thing, like, you know, I don't know, I feel a lot of boys and guys like do it excessively. Sometimes they have to do it once or twice a day, and I just want to control over my own body, and so this is a way for me to just be like, I can do this, I'm not gonna do it. Like, it's me building control over myself. Yeah, that, and like, I feel like my communication skills are a lot better because I'm so like, well, number one, horny, and so like, I'll just like talk to random girls like at restaurants or when I'm delivering food. Like I actually will sit there and try and conversate with them, not because I want in their pants or anything, it's just because like I'm so I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like I almost just feel like a more of overall happiness. Take that with a grain of salt though, because like I'm not really sure if that's what it is. There's just something about me that I know that has changed as a result of me not fapping. And so just with saying all of that, sex has always been kind of a weird thing for me, okay? Like I've always been the guy that like hates one night stands, hates just like picking up chicks at the bar, whatever it may be. Like I've always been what most girls and guys nowadays would kind of say like the opposite of a fuckboy. I am nowhere near that type of person. I'm like, I will stop myself from even trying to kiss a girl like on the first date. Like that's just, I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I'm a good guy. I don't want to like, I don't want to, what am I trying to say here? I like to build connection first, you know? Like I've had sex maybe once or twice my whole entire life, when it being just like let's just fuck, you know? Most of the time it's like I've been in relationships. And like, even with my ex, like we didn't even decide to have it until we got in a relationship. I'm sorry if this is cringe for who's ever watching. I've just like sex and stuff like that is just weird with me. And now with saying that, drugs, okay? Meth is essentially like a sex drug. It is the like #1 sex drug, okay? Besides like GHB or something, you know? But like, sex has completely like I'm kind of fucked up about it now because of using meth for 8 years. Like the feeling of sex and masturbation on meth is unexplainable. It is the most amazing thing in the whole entire world, and it's like normal sex to me without meth now is just like it's whatever. Like like that's what it is. Like screw that. Like what's the point? You know? So like meth really affected sex for me. You know, and it gets better the more that you stay clean. You start to rebuild brain cells, and your dopamine comes back, and it gets better with time. But like, you know, I'm like a year and a couple of months into my recovery and being sober, and I'm still just kind of, you know, it's just not all there. And the whole no fapping thing has really helped with that, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, like with that said, it's kind of been bothering me, the whole sex thing. And you know, because of the depression and because of the financial situation, everything that I just talked about, I had an incident last night where I was just like, I just am really hating life right now. I hate the tone of my voice. Like, I feel like a pussy sometimes. No, don't say that. Okay, can you see that I'm contradicting? I'm trying to, okay, you need to, okay, talk straight. Put the Rubik's Cube down. Okay, I just don't like myself. And I'm like trying, I'm trying to make the video as short as possible. There's a lot of things as to why I don't like myself and just absolutely kind of like just hate myself. But I've just been wanting like to relapse lately and use lately. And it's just like a very, very freaking strong feeling of wanting to use meth. So much so that I can almost feel it. Like the feelings you get from it. And like shooting up. Like I've just got like this plan, like this idea in my head to find a hotel, motel, you know, get some points and freaking find drugs and just use. And it's been bellowing in the back of my head. It's the front of my head. It's not even the back of my head. Like, it's hard not to think about, you know. Don't put that fucking thing down, Jake. And I've been avoiding it very well. Like, I've been talking to people, you know, in recovery and trying to express how I feel, and for the most part, it's been working. But last night, I just got to a point where it was really bad. And so I go to meet this guy, and in my head, one part of me is like, yeah, let's go through with it, you know. And another part of me is like, I need a reason not to go through with this right now. And I don't know why, but like, I get to our meeting spot, and like I drive right past the guy, and like I just drove like a block away and parked in a grocery store parking lot and texted him back and said, I'm sorry. And then I blocked him. And then it all happened really quickly. I went from, you know, me being back here in Dallas working for 19, 20 days straight, you know, stacking paper and just working my ass off, to within an hour, all of this happened, you know? It's like, it happened that quickly, and it's scary, you know what I mean? Put it down. You know, I'm sitting in that grocery parking lot or whatever, and I call a buddy, and he really helps me out. Just talked to him for like an hour about it, and right after getting off the phone with my buddy, my freaking car is telling me it's got all these issues. Like, I end up like getting like a semi-flat tire. It says check emission system. Like, my gas light is on, and it's just building on to all the bullshit that's like happening in that moment. And you know, I get off the phone with my buddy, and I go to the gas station, and I'm wanting to use the air pump, so I gotta get quarters. And I like walk into the gas station, this girl walks out in front of me, hold the door open for her, and she's just like the most beautiful, skinny, scrawny girl. And like, she was definitely using either meth or crack or coke or something, but it just sucks in her because she's fucking beautiful. And I don't know, yeah, she was wearing like this expensive looking Playboy hoodie, and she went to go and like buy her tampons, and she was freaking like shaking like this, and like she ended up just been like going, ugh! And like the box flew across the store, and I felt really bad for her. But at the same time, I'm an addict, and like after having just avoided copping drugs, I see this girl and she's tweaking out, and I get jealous, and I'm just like, life, like, are you serious? Like, this is, it didn't help the situation, like, you know. any other normal person would be like, thank God I'm not that person. But for an addict or someone, or a tweaker like me, like I'm looking at her and I'm just like, I could have been just as fucked up as her if I would have went and got those drugs. But like I'm happy, all that to say, I'm happy I'm sober right now, you know? It's the next day, you know, I fixed my flat tire, I went to a hole-in-the-wall, like, Mexican tire place, thank God for those places, and they fixed my tire, for really cheap, and, I have gas. And I just woke up and started working this morning as if nothing had happened. And CG Kid suggested like some ways to like help with like staying sober and becoming not depressed and stuff. And you know, I want to say that I know a lot of ways to remain sober and to not be depressed, because I've been like working on myself for such a long time now and been sober for a while. But at the same time, I almost just feel like I know nothing at all, because like I still am depressed and I'm still obviously like debating my sobriety. And so I just like took some of his advice. So like on break today from work, I checked out at like this meeting called Foundation 45, like on Elm Street in Dallas, Texas, and it's for like people that struggle like with suicidal thoughts and depression, and you can throw some drugs in there. It's not like AA or anything like that, and so I went to check it out. It wasn't my thing, but I respect the idea of it. It's like crosstalk, you know, so like it's not an AA meeting where you have to like raise your hand to talk. Like it's just a group of people and you sit in there and just talk amongst each other, and if someone's dealing with some shit, like everyone's there to help them. I never even got a chance to say anything. You know, I'm super introverted and my anxiety kicked in, and I just freaking, I sat there and listened. Like I didn't go there and not learn anything, but it still wasn't for me. I probably should have said something. The vibe that I was getting there, like it would have been weird for me to say, like, I've been addicted to crystal meth for 8 years. I've been living in my car for 6 months. I almost relapsed on crystal meth last night. I need some help. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't feel like I could just come out and say it, like, but how did this end up back in my hand? I haven't eaten all day. I probably need to go get something to eat. I lied. I have these Girl Scout cookie somas that I bought off a Girl Scout this morning, and I've had like 3 cookies today. I need to go get something to eat, but anyways, I just kind of wanted to update y'all, tell y'all a couple of things about myself that I'm struggling with, and things that y'all didn't know about me. And I really actually I enjoy making these just like talking head videos, and they're pretty easy to edit and just to put on YouTube. So maybe I'll put more out, but at the same time, like, don't take it with a grain of salt, because I don't want to say something and then not do it. But I really wish I was posting more often. But I love y'all. And I don't know, maybe my story today helped you somehow, even though I'm the one that's fucking going through shit and I'm just venting. But maybe it did, maybe it didn't, whatever. But I love you, Jake Gang, Low Gang, Logan Paul shit. No, that does not sound good. Yeah. Okay, see y'all later.